Welcome to On Point Champion Returns Edition. James, not talking about myself. I did not win the NHC, but Champion Songbird back in action this weekend. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, I'm excited too to see how she runs. I mean, she's not facing any real tough-looking foes on paper, and she's listed at 1 to 5 on the morning line, and she'll either be that or 1 to 9 at post time.
Yeah, I would say I'm so confident in her ability to win this race that if she loses, I'm actually going to eat this nacho burger. That is how sure I am that she is going to win, that she will not put myself at risk. I don't know how old do you think that cheese is?
I don't know. It looks pretty nasty though.
Yeah, that's not approved for Lent for sure, which starts next week. Won't be eating that on Friday. But yeah, Songbird, to me, 1 to 10, just the type of race I guess you have to watch. I'm not really sure unless you have some clever opinion underneath. But you know, this race downgraded, used to be a grade 1. I do agree with the grade. However, you do look at the list of winners through the years. Rags to riches. We posted a poll question on at Twin Spires about what the best winner is. A lot of big names. She could certainly add herself to that list, but yeah, the horses behind her makes it a little less compelling, but still great to see her back.
Yeah, and that, it's a prep for the Santa Anita Oaks, and I don't believe in these preps for a prep being grade 1 races as well. So I agree. I mean, it deserved to be a grade 2, and she provides a star quality to it. But you look at the other top 3-year-old fillies in the country, and they're either based like on the East Coast or elsewhere, or not running in that race. So yeah, totally expect her to dominate from the start on the front end with Mike Smith.
All right, well, it won't bet her at 1 to 10, but I have my stomach and various other body parts on the line with that nacho burger there, so do me well, Songbird. A more competitive race, the race before actually, is the Lewis Kentucky Derby points on the line, 10 to the winner. More Spirit, I think, will be odds on, as will Songbird, but not quite as short a price. What do you think of that race?
I think More Spirit is set to put on you get him run his race. I think he's clearly the horse to beat. It's last week we had Mohamed in the Holy Bull, the top-ranked horse on the East Coast, and while Nyquist is the top-ranked horse on the West Coast, More Spirit has the potential to assume that mantle if he runs big, like a lot of people expect him to.
Yeah, no question. I know, being out in Vegas last week, More Spirit, definitely one of the horses who's taken early money. We'll see how he gets bet next week based on his performance this week. I went with I Will Score on top, Hollendorfer double. But I liked what I saw in that entry-level allowance race back as a 3-year-old, 2 bullets coming into this. He's been as fast as More Spirit, so at 2 or 3 times the price, I just think he's the best bet on the board.
Yeah, there's some other potential speed in there, but yeah, he's definitely a promising horse for Hollendorfer, like you said. That allowance race was a really nice effort for him. That was a good field. That Uncle Lino, who's coming back, was close to him at the wire, but that was his first start since September, so I was impressed by that effort. And time will tell with him, because he's never been 2 turns yet, as well as Stakes Company, so we'll get a good read on him on Saturday.
All right, yep, that's the Lewis Kentucky Derby points on the line. And you're going to be around on Monday. Been meaning to ask you if you're ready to bring back Derby Chat.
Yes. Yeah, I'll be ready to do that for sure.
Awesome. So hashtag Derby Chat. Monday we'll wrap up all the action, probably throw in some Oaks stuff as well, and we'll get everyone out of there. You got a Donn pick?
Yeah, it's a knockout for Pletcher. First race back from the Derby, I thought he looked good. He likes that track at Gulfstream. Pretty contentious race, but I'll give him a slight edge.
All right, it's the second grade 1 of the year. Pizza Man goes before that. I like Valid in the Donn. Gonna see him carry that speed a mile and 1/8. I think Gulfstream plays to that. 6 to 1 on the morning line's a good price.
Yeah, that's a question with him and Mashalish. They're both really in good form, really good horses, but they're both stretching out to a mile and 1/8, and we'll see how they fare.
And we're all against Keen Ice, it sounds like.
Yeah, first race back, that track as well, typically doesn't play well for a stone cold closer like him. I'm just looking for him to hopefully run second or third and build upon it.
Sure, 5 to 2, yeah, short price, that kind of running style, definitely a prep for the World Cup. That's what we got this weekend. I will not be back next week, so maybe we'll rope Vance in since we missed Turf Talk to preview some of next week's races with James. That's it for now from On Point.